Hi, this is Dr. Higgins. I'm board certified in physical medicine and rehabilitation and fellowship trained in pain medicine. I have been treating patients with both acute and chronic pain for over 10 years. Although I am a doctor, I am not your doctor. The views expressed in this video are my opinion. Please visit your doctor for personalized medical advice.
Many of my patients in their search for relief have asked about natural ways to decrease their pain. Nearly 75% of adult Americans are deficient in vitamin D, according to an article published in the Archives of Internal Medicine. Low vitamin D will affect your sleep and even your hormone levels. We need vitamin D to make sex hormones, including testosterone, estrogen, and progesterone. Years ago, I read an article by Dr. Stuart Levitt entitled, quote, "Vitamin D for Chronic Pain," unquote. That helped me understand the relationship between vitamin D and pain for the first time in my career. It kind of blew my mind. I will include a link to his article if you'd like to read it also. I want to sum up the article in just a few minutes. First, we make vitamin D from sunlight, we get it in our food, but often we just don't have enough of it. Either we don't get enough sunlight, or our bodies don't produce it adequately. A quote from the article, quote, "According to extensive clinical research examining adult patients of all ages, inadequate concentrations of vitamin D have been linked to nonspecific muscle, bone, or joint pain, muscle weakness or fatigue, fibromyalgia syndrome, rheumatic disorders, osteoarthritis, hyperesthesia, migraine headaches, and other chronic somatic complaints." End of quote. Basically, this is saying that low vitamin D can make your joints hurt. They can make your muscles sore. They can make you feel fatigued. They make your fibromyalgia feel worse. They make your rheumatoid arthritis feel worse. They make your osteoarthritis feel worse. So the vitamin D doesn't cause all these things, but it makes these things feel worse. So we already have too many people with chronic pain, and now they simply just have low vitamin D and their pain feels even worse than it should. That's easy to fix. It can take weeks to months to provide pain relief, especially if your vitamin D levels are low. It takes time to build up in your system, so if you start taking vitamin D, don't expect to feel better overnight. It takes a month or two. Another quote from the article from Dr. Levitt, quote, "Vitamin D is actually misclassified as a vitamin. It may be more appropriately considered a pro-hormone," end of quote. Basically, this is saying that vitamin D is more like a hormone than like a vitamin. There are receptors for vitamin D in practically every human tissue, so it functions everywhere throughout the body. Just to know, your blood levels of vitamin D should be between 30 and 50. That's nanograms per milliliter.
The article looked at people from different backgrounds and different ethnicities.
And they found that vitamin D can make neuropathic pain worse. So neuropathy is burning, tingling pain in your hands and feet. So when your vitamin D level is low, it feels worse. These articles also found that inflammation is worse. Vitamin D supplements basically decreases our pro-inflammatory cytokines. Migraine headaches were also found to be worse when vitamin D levels were low. They also looked at women with low back pain and found that their pain was worse when their vitamin D level was low. They also found fibromyalgia is worse, depression is worse, anxiety is worse. There's all kinds of proof that vitamin D helps us in multiple ways. Which vitamin D should you take? Because there's D2 and D3. So research shows that D3 is more effective and doesn't cost any more. So use D3. I've been recommending vitamin D to my patients for years. I've had many patients tell me that it significantly decreased their pain. They'll tell me something like it took the edge off or it just helped me feel a little better. Don't expect it to remove your pain, but it will definitely help decrease your overall pain. I definitely recommend this supplement.